So, new situation seems to be emerging in the world. You find that countries across the world are turning inwards. They're trying to adopt protectionist policies. Foremost now, you have the United States. Trump is saying that if he comes to power, he's going to impose tariffs on Chinese goods. Biden is saying that if any products which are forming part of the chips lead to even a small portion of the American technology being transferred overseas, then that will come under certain amount of scanner of the US government. That's not very good policies because, it may be from the American standpoint, it may be all right because they think that they're trying to protect the American economy. But all this that I'm trying to tell you is that these are part of a protectionist policies for a country. And if you look at it from the perspective of within a country, for example, let us take India. There are many states which are beginning to adopt policies which are very inward looking. For example, let us take Karnataka. You have the Siddaramaiah government now talking of quotas even in private firms. So they are talking of something like 75% quota reservation of the non-management jobs and 50% reservation for the management jobs. Okay. Now all this does not augur well for the state, because there could be companies which do not want to be to get bound by these restrictions, and they may want to look elsewhere. So you have Nara Lokesh in Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu's son, talking about they will let them come to Hyderabad, to Andhra Pradesh, and there will be no restrictions of any kind or nature whatsoever. They can hire whoever they want. Whereas in Karnataka, you have Siddaramaiah government drumming up the beat of hiring the locals, the Kannadigas, and giving them preference in the job situation, even having quotas for the Kannadigas. Then there's a question of who is a Kannadiga. So is somebody who has been staying in the state for 15 years or so, has some amount of command over the Kannada language. These are many questions that are beginning to arise. The best is never to have many of these quota systems. Let the talent take over. You can have for some positions which are very standard. For that you can have locals, but this is my thinking. As the world gets more and more protectionist, and you will hear more, particularly with the US elections around the corner, you will hear more of this drum beating taking place. And as this happens, you will find that as the world starts going inside, particularly if you have Donald Trump becoming the president, and he's known to be talking about tariffs on even some European goods in addition to the Chinese goods, and all that is going to take each country inward rather than outward. So that's not very good for global competitive trade. And the stock markets globally function well in an era when there is more competition, there is more global trade. When the economies start looking inward rather than outward, then naturally the global trade will get impacted. Multinational companies will start losing their margins, and that does not augur well for the well-being of the global stock markets. So we could be entering into an era where markets may also start feeling the heat of the reduced multinational trade between countries, trade between nations, and this can cause the multinational companies to look more inward rather than outward. And all this, if the free movement of goods and services does not subsist in any global economy, natural it is that the global stock markets, the world financial markets can also get impacted. Be careful. To know more about the Indian stock markets, do join our Premium or Premium Plus. Premium gives you 3 days predictions in advance. Premium Plus gives you 10 to 12 days. It's a fantastic program. You get multi-baggers, stock options, and many things. And for the US markets, do join our Prime or Prime Plus Telegram groups. For both, you can WhatsApp us on 982 086 1044. Happy investing. Take care. Bye bye.